Welcome to the lecture series of cloud computing. I am Amrit Kaur and I will be covering the topic virtualization and types of virtualization. The contents are as follows. First, I will be discussing about what virtualization is. Then I will be talking about the different types of virtualization in terms of application, network, desktop and storage. So what is virtualization? It is basically a technique to separate a service from any underlying physical delivery of that service, that is, separating it from the underlying physical architecture or hardware. It is a process of creating a virtual version of something. Now, that something could be anything from storage, memory, hardware, networking devices, computing devices that are being used. It involves a specialized software for this particular service to be made available, which allows the creation of virtual or software created versions of that particular computing resource rather than an actual version of the same source being used by a particular client. Now, this enables multiple operating systems and applications to run on the same machine and the same hardware at the same set of time. Thereby, it increases the utilization as well as the flexibility of a given hardware architecture. This solution proves to be very cost efficient, reduces a huge amount of labor intensive job of setting up the hardware and even saves upon the budget of the hardware, and huge amount of energy also gets saved in the process. Now, this particular term is also referred to as a process of sharing a single physical instance of any resource or an application by multiple customers and organizations at the same time. Now, how it does this is, it has a single physical storage, for example. Now, it is assigning a logical name to it, and whenever a customer requests for this, a pointer to that physical resource is provided to the user, so they can use it all at the same point of time. This particular term is synonymous with the hardware virtualization, which plays a very fundamental role in delivering infrastructure as a service solutions for the purpose of cloud computing. Moreover, this technology is not only very vital for executing the applications, however, it is also useful in case of storage, memory, and networking services. Now, this is the basic concept of virtualization that is explained with the help of a diagram. It is a sort of comparison between a classic installation and a virtualized server installation. Now, the classic installation is basically a single physical hardware or an architecture upon which an operating system is running, which could be any operating system a client wants to use, and at the top of it, the application is being run by the client. Now, in case of virtualized server, we have a single physical architecture or a single physical hardware, but we have a middleware layer over it, or we can say that specialized software we were talking about is present over here. Now, this is being injected or executed upon this set, and this allows the creation of multiple virtual machines. Now, each of the virtual machine can have its own operating system being run at the top of it, which could be different. It could be like Windows, also Fedora, Linux. Any operating system can be run upon any of the virtual machine, and that too at the same time. And users can run their own applications on their desired operating system. So what happens is, it gives us a concept of guest machine and the host machine. Now, the guest machine are basically these virtual machines at the top of which multiple operating systems are being run by the client. And the host machine is the machine at the top of which you are able to run or execute the VMware over here as it is seen, or we can say the specialized software. So this was the basic concept. Now let us talk about the different types of virtualization. Now here are the few of the types that are shown in the form of a diagram. First is in terms of server, second is network, third is application, fourth is storage, and then fifth is the desktop. Let us see through these in detail in the slides to follow. First we have application virtualization. Now in this case, application virtualization helps the user to have a remote access of an application from the server. That is, applications are not installed, rather they are simply streamed to a set of users whenever they demand for it. So in this way, the deployment process is highly accelerated and the new applications as well as their updates are not to be taken care by the user. Furthermore, it reduces the time of testing as well as deploying the applications under the new operating system environment. This further reduces the application packagings as well. The compatibility and regression testing is also being highly reduced to a greater extent. So in this way, the users are allowed to access their virtualized application from anywhere and at any point of time. The server has the responsibility of storing the personal information and the other characteristics of the application, but still the applications are allowed to run on a local workstation with the help of the internet. So best example or the most suited example for this would be the set of users who want to run different versions of the same application that is being available. So this was all about application virtualization. Next, I will be covering what network virtualization is. This is simply the ability to run multiple virtual networks in which each of them has a separate control and a data plan. So when we talk about this type of virtualization, we are very well aware that a network has a strong dependence on the hardware. This particular characteristics makes it very difficult for a very rigid structure to change and operate upon. So what happens is making any changes in this type of a structure becomes very expensive and requires huge amount of time to be invested. And such a complex architecture also required well-trained personnel to be involved. Further, the configuration, management and control it becomes also quite a complex task. So in this case, to make this more flexible, this type of situation or this type of virtualization proves out to be a very good solution because it allows the different networks to coexist together on the top of a single physical network. It provides the ability or the facility to create and provide for the virtual networks. It could be routers, firewalls, balancers, and all of these can be managed independently of the physical underlying architecture. So this was all about network virtualization. Next, we will be talking about what desktop virtualization is. It basically isolates the operating system instance from the computer that is used to access it. It simply allows the user to access the desktop virtually from any location possible by different machines. Now in this, you can use the same data as well as the application no matter at which location you are and from which device you are trying to sign in. Usually, this sort of desktop virtualization setup is accessed with the help of a browser. Now, the main benefits of this approach is the mobility, portability, and easy management of the software installation, updates, as well as the patches. This was all about desktop virtualization. Next, I will be talking about storage virtualization. It's just an array of servers which are managed by a virtual storage system. It makes managing the storage from multiple sources to be utilized as a single repository. Storage virtualization simply maintains smooth and consistent operations despite the several breakdowns or changes or differences present in the underlying equipment. So this was all about what storage virtualization is. I hope what virtualization means and the different types of virtualization are quite clear. These are the few references for the same. Thank you.